Hi everyone, my name is Peggy Hawes and I am the Interpretation and Public Program Coordinator here at the Brockville Museum. And right now we are in the People of Brockville Exhibit where we highlight some interesting Brockvillians and their stories. One of the interesting stories that have come out of Brockville have to do with this individual here, and that's Opal Gowen. He was an Irish immigrant who emigrated to the Brockville area, and what's interesting about him is his political and social activities. He was actually the first Grand Master and founder of the North American Orange Lodge. So if you haven't heard of that before, they were a Protestant Irish group that came together with like-minded ideas that is still going around to this day. However, here in Brockville we have Loyal Orange Lodge number 1. Something else interesting about this man is he got into politics very early in his career, and he really did like the idea of political violence, and he used that as a tactic quite often. Unfortunately, he ended up dying in obscurity just because he burned so many political bridges over the years. Something else interesting about him is that his granddaughter became one of the famous 5 and fought for women's rights. Brockville has had major contributions to both the First and Second World War. One of our contributions in the Second World War was this group here, the briquettes. They were a group of 6 young women from Brockville who would entertain the troops both in camps around North America as well as going overseas to entertain the troops after the peace treaties had been signed. One family that has had many contributions to Brockville is the Cosset family, who first arrived in the 1860s to start a farm implement factory on the other end of the Brockville Tunnel. Over the years, each family or each generation was involved with different civic and building and business enterprises here in town. But probably the best known Cosset would be Tom Cosset, who was part of Parliament during the Trudeau years and caused quite a few different controversies. One last individual I'd like to tell you about is Con Darling, also known as the Ambassador of Smiles. Con Darling loved to entertain and make people smile, and he had a persona that he would put on for almost every single parade here in Brockville, as well as some parades outside of Brockville. He'd dress up as a clown and he would push around his pet chicken Myrtle in a baby carriage. Now, if you're interested in seeing this carriage, you can actually go to our online database to check it out.